Welcome back. It's day 3. We're gonna finish up our Mason Jar Sewing Caddy today. And today we're gonna do the pin cushion on the top. It's easier than you're probably thinking. Now you will need a hot glue gun for day 3. So if you don't have one plugged in, go plug it in really quick and then come back, pause the video so you don't miss anything. If you missed day 1 or day 2, make sure to go back and watch those videos so you can see how we've made the rest of it. This pattern is exclusive inside the Sewing Squad, but you can grab it simply by joining the Sewing Squad along with over 30 of our other patterns that we've been making over the last 2 years, because sometimes I throw in bonus patterns just for fun because my community is so great. So make sure you go check out the Sewing Squad. We'd love to have you join. We're giving you $10 off just for signing up during our birthday celebration. So the coupon code and the link is all in the description. But you guys, it's just so much fun. It's such a wonderful community. The people that we have inside there have just been so kind. They're a joy to have in this group. And every month we just have so much fun together, sewing and making things and just chit-chatting on Instagram and talking during our lives, which is just an open Q&A where they can come ask questions, get help with projects, or if they simply need a demo, like I need to see this more close up. Those are the things that we do during our lives. So I would love to have you join our Sewing Squad. And like I said, take advantage of the $10 off coupon. It's down below. We have an epic giveaway happening, and we're going to do the drawing for 2 winners. All of this behind me, I don't know if you can see all of it really clearly, but you guys, we have so many wonderful things from our amazing sponsors. Olaso donated 2 irons. We've got items from Caterpillar. We've got items from Sally Tomato, Antique Candle Co., Sew Tights, and Fat Quarter Shop. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Check out the Sewing Squad in the link below, and let's get on to day 3 and let's finish this up. This has been so much fun teaching you guys how to make this. All right, we're gonna go on to day 3 and grab your things. Let's go. We're gonna make the pin cushion portion. So it's on our jar, ready to go. If you don't want to make a pin cushion, you don't have to. You could use the middle of the jar for other things as well. Okay, so I have already done my quilting. Again, quilting is optional, don't have to. I'm going to trim off the excess fusible fleece. I do find it's easier. I should have just left my the top a square and then put the fusible fleece, because I had to put down a piece of fabric when I was fusing this onto here, and then cut out the circle. But either way, the thread you're using for sewing is just fine, but I like to double it up. So I'm just going to take my thread, cut off more than you think you'll need, and then what I mean by double it up is thread your needle and then find the other end of your thread. Tie the knot, so tie the 2 ends together here. Sometimes I'll do a double knot. If you can get them to knot up right on top of each other, you know how sometimes double knots, they never land right on top of each other like you want them to. There we go. Okay. So then we've got a double thing of thread. It gives it a little bit of strength because we're going to do some gathering and hand stitching here. So you can start anywhere on the circle, and you want to be, I don't know, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch away from the edge of your fabric. And you're just going to start weaving your needle in and out. Don't worry about how far apart your gaps are. And you're just going to thread this along. You're going to do this all the way around. It's called a running stitch. I kind of do it till I can't fit any more fabric on the needle, and then I pull it through. And I have done gathering stitches like this on my sewing machine, but that gives you only 1 layer of thread, and I find it's not as strong. It's almost just as fast to do it by hand. Especially when you're sewing around a circle. Then what you're going to do is gently pull this, and it's going to gather it up. And now you can pull on the other end where you knotted it too. Doesn't matter, you're going to tie those together when you're done. So we're gathering this to make the pin cushion. Now I grabbed some polyfill. You don't need a ton. Go ahead and keep adding. You're going to use both hands and you're going to add your polyfill. Now you want this to be firm because you want to be able to put pins in it, but you don't want it to be, you know, bulging out of there. You don't want it to be so firm that, you know, you can't close this up. So as you pull this tighter, I just use my fingers. So I'm using my hand here. I'm pulling on the threads on both ends, and I'm just using my fingers to just keep kind of shoving it in there to make it be the firmness that you want. And it's keeping its nice round shape here. And you end up putting more in there than you think. Okay, so now, let's see, I'm going to cut off the end so the needle is no longer attached. And I'm going to tie that shut the best that I can. You just need to get like a knot in there. You don't want to tie it all the way closed because we're going to glue this, so don't worry too much about that opening. I'm going to cut off the excess, but leave a little bit of a tail. Don't cut too close to your knot because you don't want it to come undone. Now what we did, so we've got our jar lid here. So I took and I drew a circle and I used cardstock. You could use cardstock or a cardboard. When you think of cardboard, think of like a cereal box weight. You don't want it to be so thick that it's not going to go in here nicely, but you want it to add a little bit of stability. Okay? So I'm going to show you. I've got this one here is done. So you've got the metal, so you've got the cardboard in between that you don't really see. So we are going to glue this right to the cardstock, cardboard, whatever you're using. So I've got some hot glue here. I've got my glue gun ready to go. And I'm just going to add some glue along the edge of the fabric, because you want it to grab that edge. This also helps to keep it all closed up. And then, you know what I like to do? I'm going to set that down. I'm going to pop this in here. And you can do it either way, because you just want to hide those edges. So we're just going to hold it as it's drying. And I'm just using regular fabric or regular hot glue. They do make a fabric hot glue, but it's not necessary to use for this. So while I'm holding that, I'm just going to hold it with my hand to keep it, to let it dry. I'm going to add another layer of glue in here, just around the inside. You don't need a ton. And then we're going to put the lid in there, and we're going to press that down. Just going to kind of hold everything in place. Now this is getting warm because I'm using hot glue, so just remember that. I'm moving my thumbs around because it's getting hot. And be careful so you don't burn your fingers. But now you can see the pin cushion is stuck to the top of the lid, and then the metal from your canning jar, it just holds everything down, and then you don't see that cardboard. That cardboard is literally just a layer to glue things to. And I can see my little strings right here, so now I'm going to cut them off. Okay, so now once it's all dry and there's no excess glue seeping out anywhere, you can put that on the top. So you can see you got a cute little mason jar pin cushion, and then you just Velcro this around. And I intentionally had this a little taller so that when it's all done, it covers up that metal edge so that you don't really see it. So easily, these pockets are, you know, the side ones closest to the edges are a little smaller, and then the two in the front are a little bit wider, so you could fit things in there like a small ruler. Like this is the ruler I grab all the time. Fit all the necessities in here, and then again, make sure you put some chocolate on the inside. All right, you guys, wasn't that fun? We just made this together. This was just a sample of what's inside the Sewing Squad, what is waiting for you. You should totally join. You know what? Treat yourself to this. This is something that you can look forward to every single month. And like I said, you don't have to do anything every month. Those patterns live there for you to watch whenever you have time. As long as you're a member, you always have access to all the patterns, the complete library of all of the videos. And if you join this month, you get $10 off with the coupon, and which is in the description below, so make sure you use that. And then we have this amazing giveaway that we're giving to 2 of you just for being here and just for watching. Thank you so much for watching these last 3 days. If you missed day 1 and day 2, make sure you go back and watch those so you get the complete tutorial on how to make this. Thank you so much for being here and watching the video. Now, if you haven't already, be sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you get notified every time we release a new video. I try to put new videos out every single week. I don't quite get there all the time, but I do my best because, you know, it's a lot of work filming all these videos, but I do love it. I love sharing my sewing knowledge, what I've learned with you, tips and tricks. And I just want you to feel comfortable and confident in sewing no matter which way you do it. Because remember, there are no rules. The quilt police only exist in their own minds. So don't let anybody tell you you're doing something wrong, because as long as it's bringing you joy and you're having fun, that's all that matters.